European tourists never thought a Muslim man would do this in Oman. What actually happened? Let's have a look.
I'm at the mosque of the village. I met someone and the guy just made me cry.
Why so?
The guy just made me cry.
Brothers and sisters, right now in Gaza, families are going to bed hungry. Parents, desperate and helpless, watch their little ones suffer. But you can make a difference. With just a small donation, you can provide life-saving food to those in desperate need.
Ramadan Mubarak to all the brothers and sisters supporting Sense Islam with charity rides. We are here in Jabalia in northern Gaza. These children receive meals for an entire year. Together, we are fighting hunger. And let's keep this mission alive, and please continue supporting us during this blessed month. And thank you.
For Ramadan 2025, Sense Islam has teamed up with Charity Right. Charity Right's work in Gaza is a lifeline providing food packs and hot meals to children and families. This is not just charity, this is humanity, this is hope. This is.
You know what? I saw some images and people having iftar there. Like, even though there's like war going on, people are still fasting there and observing Ramadan and all that. Like, may Allah really bring them peace very soon. Bring them peace immediately. I mean, like, this is horrible. Like, I really want this to stop.
Love in action. Your generosity can bring comfort to those who have lost so much. No amount is too small. Every meal, every donation, every act of kindness counts. Donate now, be their hope. Link in the description box below.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you're well. Arabic countries are the most dangerous in the world, so a woman should never travel there by herself.
Really?
She should also never even consider becoming a travel vlogger there. The media has portrayed Arab nations and Muslims in this way to all the rest of the world. However, a European woman simply dared to disregard all of these cautions and travel alone to the Middle Eastern countries, only to discover something she never would have imagined.
Assalamu alaikum. You have water to fill my jerrycan. I'm at the mosque of the village. I met someone and he actually is filling up like my water for drinking water. The guy just made me cry. I asked him where can I fill my water, and he's like, okay, give it to me, give it. I'm like, oh no, don't worry, I can find it. He's like, give it to me. He's like, let me come back. Yeah? He went back like not even 5 minutes later. Actually bought me a brand new bottle. I'm shocked about the generosity here. I'm not used to that.
Exactly. Like, this is the thing. And this is the thing about like a lot of Arabic countries. Like, they're very generous and they're very, very kind to guests, right? Like, if you visit someone in, let's say, Germany or the US and stuff, right? Okay, if they're supposed to like invite you, right? Give you something to eat. But the difference is about like Arabic countries, they actually give you stuff to bring home even, right? Like, they don't just treat you a meal, they actually give you something to bring back home and stuff. People are very, very generous there. Like, I know some families that are like this. You visit them, they invite you over for, let's say, dinner or something, but you leave with some gifts or something like that, right? Like, there's a culture difference right there.
Generosity here. I'm not used to that.
As seen in this video, a tourist named Charlene Ribato, who acts as a travel blogger, was astounded by the warmth and charity shown to her by Arab individuals. In this video, she was in Oman and just asked a stranger where she could find water. Within 5 minutes, he gave her a new bottle of water for free. Moved by the stranger's generous gesture, she posted the following caption with a video on her social media account. At the end of this long post, she wrote, "The real danger with Arab men is to feel spoiled non-stop." This means that after traveling through many Arab and African countries over the past 8 months, including Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Namibia, and many others.
You know what? I actually saw vlogs of different people, and some were women. And they went to Afghanistan, right? And the media saying, a woman, she can't walk around without the niqab or the burqa. She can't do this, she can't do that, right? And there were women traveling to and this is not a joke, you can look this up, to Afghanistan vlogging there, and you see in the background sometimes even a woman with either not the proper hijab, or even you saw sometimes like women that don't wear the hijab and they are not arrested in Afghanistan. So if a woman walks with a not proper hijab or no hijab at all, even some, they're not arrested, and they are treated kind. And she was also being gifted stuff. People helped her out to find directions, this and that. Like, people were so nice to her there, right? Like, and to like the others that I like saw vlog from there, that I was like, the media is really lying about what's going on there.
Charlene has come to the conclusion that Arab men are some of the nicest people in the world. They make women feel safe and
Depends
love
on the
feeding
upbringing,
and
though,
taking
how the
care of their
parents raised
guests in the best way possible.
Arabic countries are very dangerous. Never go to Arabic countries because they give you food and they are very nice with you.
Oh, gifted flowers. Yeah, look,
So my husband
nice.
and I'm not scared. Yesterday you said my life.
oh, tea.
يا حبيبي يا شفيع يا راسي الله يا شايف
Oh, soldier.
Her clips, captions, and solo journey as a European demonstrate that all of the facts and information generated by Western media regarding Arab countries being the most unsafe for women are complete lies. Last year, a Brazilian Spanish woman traveled with her husband on a bike adventure through the Middle East, including Oman, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Pakistan, and even Afghanistan, while remaining completely secure. When we search the internet for the most dangerous countries in the world, the list begins with Arab countries and many African countries, instilling in one's mind that the only safe
You know what? Walk down bigger cities here in Germany at night, for example. Or even like, I heard this the same is like in New York and other places. If you as a woman, you walk at night by yourself and you're not dressed properly in some bigger cities here, even in Germany or be it in the US or somewhere, like, you could get harassed and in trouble, right? Like, this is really, like, you can go to like other countries, walk there at certain corners, right? At night especially. And you will have like people harass you and stuff, and that is not the case in some regions. Like, for example, if you go to like Saudi Arabia as a woman, like, if you look at like the statistics, and I don't talk about like the Western statistic, but like the statistic from like 9 biased sources, right? You actually see that it's pretty safe there, and the crime rate in general, not only for women but in general, is very low in, for example, Saudi Arabia. It is really, really low if you look at those places, right? So whatever like you see sometimes it's just propaganda.
Areas of the world are Western countries, but wherever Islam is practiced by the majority, those countries are extremely dangerous, and for a single woman, it is even riskier. However, Charlene's postings and clips demonstrate the opposite. Many other travel vloggers have expressed similar sentiments, expressing shock at how Western media has misled everyone into believing that Arabs are cruel and barbaric people. The woman was given an entire bottle of water when she simply asked where she could find one, because the stranger who handed her the bottle must have understood that water is the best form of charity. Sa'id ibn Ubadah reported, I said, O Messenger of Allah, my mother has died. Shall I give charity on her behalf? The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, yes. I said, which charity is best? The Prophet said, a drink of water. Similarly, she and all other tourists are given the best treatment by Arab men, not because they are greedy for financial benefits or happy to be featured in her reels. They are generous and kind because Islam teaches them to be merciful to one another so that Allah may be merciful to them. There are crimes committed in these countries, as in every country, and the perpetrator is punished by law. But Western media portray it as if there is no punishment and the Arab nation encourages crime. This is only their empty attempt to demonize Islam so that one never thinks of accepting this religion. But still, they are failing miserably, as clips such as these do come out once in a while to expose and shatter the lies of the West, and their lies remain ineffective as with all those lies too.
Oh, there's something else. I watched a video, and this was also done not by a famous news reports agency or something. No, this was done by a private person and some students in Afghanistan that were girls, and they were interviewed. And they said, how is your education going there and stuff? And they said there was a pause, but now the school opened up and they're studying, and they're actually happy that the government there changed, because the government before, there was a lot of corruption, this and that, they said, right? So I was like, wait a second, they say in the West they can go to school, and then I find a video of actually some female students being interviewed in Afghanistan, for example, and they are at school right now. So I was like, one side says there's no school, and then a private person actually gets into a plane that is not from a Western media company, right? Flies over there, interviews people live on the street as a regular person, and they say something completely different than the media is saying. So who do you trust more, a politically motivated group or a private individual that flies there and even live streams there and stuff, right? And then uploads it later. And if something is live, how can you fake it, right? Like if someone puts their phone on, right, connects to internet and does live stream, walks from one place to another, and then randomly people appear, they say this, they do that. This is not fake then, right?
Islam remains the fastest growing religion on earth to date. May Allah save us all from the hypocrisy and manipulations of the enemies of Islam. Ameen.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today is the 31 of October, and here from North Gaza, alhamdulillah, now we are prepared.
May Allah bring peace to Gaza and help our brothers and sisters there. I mean, let me give this one a thumbs up. But yeah, as you guys can see, like, there's a lot of propaganda and lies and stuff. Like, what I highly recommend for people before they travel to a country or go to a place, watch vloggers. Like, go online and look for like vloggers and people that actually live streamed or been there. And I always gotta take time to sit there and watch like 1 or 2 hours of footage of someone like live streaming from those places, but try to get like feedback from people that actually went there themselves and that are not working for some big media companies, right? Because they don't have like this biased stance or are politically motivated or something, right? So you have to be very careful, because there's like a lot of lies, a lot of propaganda, and it has like a political purpose, right? So for example, right now you could go, after watching my video, you can go on YouTube and look for as a women in Afghanistan or women traveling to type in women traveling to Afghanistan. You'll find a couple of vlogs by some Muslim sisters and by non-Muslims, and those women, they were gifted, they were being treated really kind, just like this women. So you see sometimes in the background people walk with the not correct hijab or no hijab, and they're not being punished in Afghanistan. Like there was like a woman in the background that did not even wear the hijab, and I was like, wait a second, the media says they get locked up if they don't wear the hijab in public. Then why was this woman walking around without it and she was not arrested? This was in Kabul, Afghanistan. So I was like, what is happening? And then I realized like there is like a political motivation behind some of those news, right? And some propaganda against Muslims. And then I realized, yeah, that's all lies. Like, look at people that went there, that vlogged from there, because you can trust them more, because they don't have any political background or reason why they would do some propaganda, because those are just individuals that are reviewing food, reviewing cities, reviewing people, and it's totally non-biased, right? So yeah, if you guys are new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this one a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time, inshallah.